Pokémon Winds and Pokémon Waves have officially been revealed on the 30th anniversary of the franchise, showcasing a stunning Southeast Asian-inspired region and 3 new starters that are already breaking the internet. Welcome to Drawn to the Decks, the show where we strip away the stats and the typing to look at the visual logic that makes a Pokémon iconic. And today, we're dissecting not 1, not 2, but 3 Pokémon. The newest starter trio from Gen 10, Browt, Pombon, and Gecqua. First, let's take a look at the linguistic logic that grounds these designs. Browt is a brilliant combination of the words brow and sprout. It's a name that highlights its most distinguishable feature while also emphasizing the fact that its eyebrows are literally sprouting from its beak. Pombon, however, is a rhythmic blend of Pomeranian and Bonfire. It's punchy, energetic, and immediately tells you exactly what the creature is. And finally, Gecqua, which merges the words gecko and aqua. It's a pretty straightforward clinical name that tells you exactly what this creature is. But what real-world inspirations influence these designs? Browt ends up looking like a stouty little chick. It somewhat resembles a chickpea, which is a clever twist on its classification being a bean chick. Its beak and eyebrows also resemble a little sapling. Is this hinting towards its evolution growing a tree on its beak? We'll have to wait and see. Pombon uses volumetric shape language. Although it's based on a Pomeranian, notice how the fur is actually shaped like rolling clouds of smoke. This gives it a mane-like appearance similar to a stone lion or a Balrog, which is a mythical panther-like creature from Balinese culture, making me think its evolution line is headed towards something regal and mythical. And Gecqua is based on the tropical day gecko. Its standout feature is that teardrop mark between its eyes that becomes a visual anchor for its design, as well as its eyelashes. Depending on how its evolution builds on the symbol, it'll reinforce the idea of a Pokemon that is literally born from the water. But there's a broader secret as to why these 3 look so good standing next to each other. They each follow a strict analogous color scheme within their own designs. Browt stays within the greens and yellows of a forest canopy, creating a sense of natural harmony and growth. Pombon sticks to the reds, oranges, and warm yellows of a flickering flame, emphasizing its high energy, friendly heat. This creates an immediate appeal, making it the most marketable of the 3. Gecqua utilizes navy blues and teals of a tropical lagoon, which reinforces a deep water heaviness into its design. What's significant about this as a trio is that by keeping each Pokemon analogous internally, the designers have created a visual balance across the set. None of the starters bleed into the other's territory. It prevents the trio from looking like a chaotic rainbow and instead makes them feel like 3 distinct elemental pillars of the same region. It's a clever tactic using color to create individual identity while maintaining group cohesion. And next up, we have our silhouette tests. If we focus on only the shapes of these Pokemon, we'll see why this trio is the gold standard for silhouette clarity. Browt is a compressed sphere. While those surly eyebrows are a great feature, they don't actually pop out of the silhouette as much as you would expect. This makes the outline slightly less distinct than the other 2. Its silhouette actually bears a striking resemblance to Torchic's. Pombon, on the other hand, is a dynamic oval. The jagged edges of its smoke fur provide a sense of movement even in its static shadow. Gecqua's silhouette shows that tapered whip-like tail and streamlined aerodynamic head to create a predatory profile. Its noodle-like fingers also break the sleekness of the body, suggesting that this Pokemon uses them to latch onto prey. So how do the first 3 Gen 10 Pokemon stack up on our scorecard? Silhouette clarity. Although Pombon and Gecqua feel distinct, Browt's shadow looks a bit too similar to other chick Pokemon designs. We're gonna have to give this an 8 out of 10. Fundamental appeal. From grumpy to fluffy to sleek, there's a personality for every player. And honestly, Pombon alone could carry this category. We're giving this a 10 out of 10. Visual detail. Each of these Pokemon have their own distinguishable features. Simple yet effective, and plenty of room to expand upon these themes as they evolve. We're giving this a 9 out of 10. Lastly, cultural longevity. Since these Pokemon were just revealed, it's hard to say for sure how they'll stick in the minds of fans going forward. However, the strong positive response thus far is definitely a good sign for this trio. We're giving this an 8 out of 10. And with a score of 35 out of 40, this is a definitive A-tier debut for the 10th generation of Pokemon. But I want to hear from you guys. Which of the starters are you going to pick? Personally, I'm a Browt bro all day, and he's going to be my partner when this adventure begins in 2027. But that's about it for this episode. Tune in next time to see which Pokemon we're drawn to next, right here on Drawn to the Decks. See ya!